Welcome back to Classix Review Season 2. I'm Gamer CFC talking here. This is the second episode I'm going to do here. And this is Streets of Rage 1, by the way, for the Sega Mega Drive. Now, you remember me reviewing this back in 2008 on Season 1. I'm actually going to do a review on its sequel today. This is Streets of Rage 2 for the Sega Mega Drive. Now, a lot of people are watching this review and they've heard of the game. Who hasn't heard of Streets of Rage, for God's sake? So, I'm going to do a review on one of the best beat-em-up games I have ever played. So this is Streets of Rage 2 right here for the Mega Drive. Now, going from the title screen, you can clearly see that this game is going to be something special. The game was released in 1992 over in North America and then released in 1993 over in Japan and Europe. The story of the game, Adam from the first game has been kidnapped by Mr. X in this game, and it's up to you to take one of 4 characters through 8 stages of the game. So, aside from pulling Adam out of the spotlight, we have added 2 new characters to the game. Skate, who is Adam's kid brother. He's quite unique actually in the sense that he runs around in rollerblades, but I believe that the idea of Skate was actually created from a video game called DJ Boy, but that was only a rumour that I heard. I don't know if it's actually true, but aside from that, there's another character called Max Thunder, who is a wrestler. He's actually the strongest character in the game, but he's very slow. You can clearly see that the sprites of the game is actually a lot larger than its predecessor. The levels are much better looking than its predecessor as well. It's a lot more colourful than Streets of Rage 1. And can I just add that the special moves from Streets of Rage 1 have been pulled in this game. They have added a new thing in the game. If you press the A button, you will do an actual move with one character. If you hold the A button while standing, he'll do a standing special move. For example, Axel does like a flaming punch kind of thing. And it takes a portion of your health away if you actually make a connection with an enemy. But if you don't make a connection with an enemy, then nothing will happen. However, if you move the directional pad while pressing A, he will do another special move. For example, Axel would do like a boxing combo sort of thing. But that will take a portion of your health away no matter whether you hit someone or not. Which isn't too bad, just don't use it too much unless it's in an emergency. But that's one of the many new things in the game. Another new thing is the game is that the levels themselves are actually a lot larger. Rather than Streets of Rage 1 having just from point A to point B in one direction, which was quite boring and quite quick, this game actually has multiple settings in the game, like multiple segments. For example, the first level is a downtown level, but the next segment of the level is still level 1, but you're in a bar. And then you eventually end up in the back alley of a bar fighting the main boss. The game also has sub-bosses, which is probably a good thing as well, since most beat-em-up games at the time did have sub-bosses that were actually quite fun to fight, whereas in the first one it was just simply beat a bunch of guys from A to B until you get to the last boss and you beat them, which were quite easy anyway. The game also adds weather effects like rain and fog. The colours in the game are a lot better. The sprites, like I just said, are larger. I just said that. This game over in Japan is called Bare Knuckle 2, as is the first one. The characters' names are a lot different from the Japanese version as well. For example, Skate in this game is called Eddie Hunter, which his name is never mentioned however though, but his name is Eddie Hunter and his nickname is Skate. However, in Japan, he's called Sammy Hunter and his name is Sammy, just Sammy. But this game was actually released not just on the Sega Mega Drive 2, but in the years to come, 10 years down the line, it's still a very popular game. This is now 2011, the game has been released on the Game Gear, the Sega Master System, the Virtual Console for the Wii, the Xbox Live Arcade, the PlayStation Network, and of course, the new iOS games as well. And I'd just like to say that there's also a versus mode in the game, which is garbage, so I will not get into that at all, so it's just rubbish. So I think that's just about all I have to say about Streets of Rage 2. Fantastic game. So I'm going to give this game a rating now, so thanks for watching Streets of Rage 2. So, it's just a brilliant game to play. I absolutely love it. It doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it. The only game mode in the game really that's a bit crap is the versus mode. I mean, what's the point in it? It's a bit useless. But This game is actually so popular, it's actually a household name among people over the age of 18 really at this day and age. The game was released in 1992. It's just brilliant. They released a sequel of this, Streets of Rage 3, which didn't really gain much popularity, but any Streets of Rage fan will have heard of it and will have played it. But it's expensive nowadays. It's actually about 35 to 40 euro on eBay to pick up. It's actually a hard game to get my hands on. So hopefully I will do a review of Streets of Rage 3, but not at the moment. But Streets of Rage 2 is my favourite of the Streets of Rage series. Streets of Rage 1 coming in second, but Streets of Rage 2, great game. So I'm going to give it a score of 9 out of 10. That's what it deserves, 9 out of 10. I won't give it a 10. I've never really given any game a 10 out of 10 score just yet. I'll wait for the perfect game to give me that, which probably will never happen. So yeah, Streets of Rage 2, 9 out of 10. Fantastic game for the Mega Drive. And if you ever own a Mega Drive, get the game. Just get the game. Like, it's fantastic to play. Takes about 40 minutes to finish. There's only 8 levels in the game, but it's still pretty good. So 9 out of 10. So thank you for watching Classix Review Season 2 Episode 2. This has been Gamer CFC talking here, and I'll catch you on the next episode, so catch you after.